have someone in the studio. You pocket me there. I mean, you talent about the tonium. Internum to the moon forget. Nanka missing pedam to gospel, no managing. What's me talent? Internum to the moon forget. My talent I am the batana market cancer. In the match now, Bahamunum. There's an agenda I've been pushing, but unfortunately, today I'll play the devil's advocate. It's about commercializing gospel, the gospel songs. Those of you who follow the show, when you're there, we've had conversations with a lot of artists. They be our can, Yankopon de Chawon to other what they chakwa, wobo shows a woman honiska, one of cook the meat pie, one of chilled can malt, what the one. One of one jollof, what the one in our woman honiska, Uria, Sabanan to Akofim organizer on Fano. And with me to have this discussion, Ninoy. Mr. Ninoy.
Welcome on my show.
Welcome on our show.
My show.
On your show.
This is not the Christian entertainment. Okay,
this is not the Christian entertainment show, but I have pay mukai. You are welcome on my show.
Okay.
And when I will see Saleben, I will pay the confusion back.
Confusion.
Maybe so question Christian Salebe kada mama monko.
Oh no, confusion. I mean,
maybe so question Christian Salebe kada mama.
Oh sorry. So the last time I went on air was on my show. So I thought it was on my show. I mean, okay. You have a nice set.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. You are looking handsome.
You're looking beautiful.
The suit looks very good on you.
I know where this is going.
Where is it going?
Well, I'm saying you're also looking beautiful. I mean,
thank you.
You're welcome.
But I can't bring Pong.
Yeah, he's fine.
No, what's then?
He's fine. He's fine. We've not spoken today, but I know he's well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. We thank God that he's fine. We thank God that he's fine. Let's show you know.
About all questions. That's where you guys started.
You manage gospel artists.
How is your boyfriend, Caleb D. Boy?
Oh, my boyfriend Caleb, he's doing fine.
He's fine. Okay,
yes,
okay,
I have a jollof party with him. Unfortunately, people are trying to, please, you will not be a tasting officer at that jollof party, so please.
But why do you want to deny me of my profession?
Please, you will not be. You will not be. I said to Waham.
I'll talk to Caleb.
It will be for me and Caleb. Caleb, congratulations on your big win. Congratulations. I'm so very proud of you. I'm proud of him. Ning?
Yeah.
You've been a gospel artist manager for a very long time. You've been a gospel promoter for a very long time. Events, Nazi, Onyasam Papa. Should gospel songs be commercialized?
If you want me to answer straight like that, it would be difficult.
Answer straight.
So let me break it down.
Okay.
I remember those days I was working with Daninete.
Mpochoke tree. It's a tree.
And those days, namene Daninete, the late Daninete, Jumano. Umamete adenasi. Unhia sika. They are pushing the gospel. However, you need to be in the gospel element, or you need to be the element to hear from him, so that the money will not blindfold you from getting the element you want to get to bless your people.
To hear from who?
From God. I mean, what are you thinking about?
Okay.
Thinking about God.
Okay.
So he purposely puts it in a way, say, a ministry. So there's a little bit of ministry and there's a little bit of industry. That's where the CD sales or the streaming money, the charging of events and all of that comes in. And there should be more of ministry. So you need to blend both. So he calls it ministry and industry. So the blend of both is what probably I recommend. So if you want to call it commercialization, it's not bad to call it, but I think that we shouldn't forget the ministry aspect of it.
We shouldn't forget the ministry aspect. But or the gospel artists or perform or chapra or the uchianako.
Yeah. You see, it's funny when a guest pastor goes for a conference. Billboard guest pastor, that's all. On charge, but they give him something honorable that they call honorarium. For that one person, and probably that's his entourage.
Okay.
Entourage, it be honorarium. But they give him something very honorable because of his position as a head pastor of a certain church.
Okay.
Who's come to preach in a certain church.
Okay.
So they give you something what's honorable because you come to use your gift that God gave you to bless them.
To bless them.
Years back, over 2 decades, I'm sure I can be saying over 2 decades back, over 3 decades back, these people gave themselves out so that they give them something honorable. However, our churches took it for granted.
And they give them
And they didn't
coke
give
and meat
them,
pie.
yes, something honorable. And moving forward, when you come in, you see that when someone goes to Code's studio, or if let's take Dinah Hamilton. When Dinah Hamilton is recording, first he records from an event. And when he records from an event, all those bands spend 12, 13 people, he'll pay them. Before we are back with BBF and overdub.
Okay.
Obetia, studio time, and overdub time. After that, someone will mix it. Obetia. After that, someone will master it. Obetia. Before that, we'll use ultra video.
Obetia.
And all of this, what do you use to fund it? Money. So if at the end of the day, Dinah, you call Dinah, and Dinah tells you that I will charge this. Because if you compare the amounts we charge and the amount the guys on the other side charge, it's like 10% of what they charge. And they don't even come with sound men, they don't come with instrumentalists. They come and play my mean and they go. So to me, I think there's nothing wrong if a gospel artist tells you, this is what I need to cater for my production, my immediate overheads whilst I'm coming to minister to you.
Okay, so we've had gospel artists on the show.
Yeah.
Not gospel artists who are broken through. Wana bana worry shasi worryba. And most of them think they, so far as they are not up there, only that will charge. Although we free. Nti so banant wako event no so obo reako
penetrative pricing
ono mfano ho obokwa kobo. When you were speaking earlier, it is also a spirit filled as it. So irrespective of whether you are an A-list artist or you are now coming up, God can still use you to bless people.
Lives, yeah.
Should we say that because these ones haven't broken through yet, into
unfortunately, that's what is hurting the up-and-coming artists. Because what's starting is it takes you through. So, for instance, like I keep saying, I don't like lobbying for artists I manage. So, like there's a big show like MC Instance, where I'll go and lobby for an artist I manage. No. Because immediately you lobby, next year, when you have proved yourself worth, and they say, oh, Charlie, I'm a guy, for lack of a better example.
And how does mean you're totally
for lack of a better example. For lack of a better example. Okay, John Winner is John Winner. Okay. Because who they are doing
I mean, okay.
So John Winner. So let's say John Winner has proved his worth, and now he has to be on MTN Stars worship. But because last year I went to MTN and I said, "Oh, Charlie, I know, everybody free amount. They will not respect me. They'll say, oh no, I want to last year born the free man." Or at most they'll say, okay, I need 500 cedis and 1,000 cedis. So me, I don't like lobbying for my artists. I'd like to prove my worth. Then they'll see that,
and they get called for it.
Okay, there's some guy called John Winner. I mean, this is his numbers. This is his streaming numbers. When you put him on, this is interactions on social media and all of that. Now, John Winner, let's talk money. Then we can talk. You understand? So the up-and-coming artists, they normally shoot themselves in the foot by saying, Fremi Meya Mao, one song, Maybe I'll be Mambia. That is why I keep advising them that from the start, even if the person is not a professional manager, he can be your family member. Take him along. Let the person handle that industry part of your ministry, that business part of your ministry. Let the person follow you and let the person understand that, see, my going, my coming, my advancement I'm coming with, probably and cost it like how it costs Joe Metal, but it will cost something that my advancement will be happy. And as we grow, because they know that when you call me this year and I say 1,000, next year you can call me for 1,000 again. So as you go, then we grow. But to say, be away, no, I would rather go and invest that money you are going to use for that event into your craft, into your streaming numbers, into your brand visibility, into all of that, so that when they see you and they call you, you can go high.
But the up and coming artists, no. Brand visibility na so on taso onyima adukrunumpo. So how do they put that into consideration?
And so immediately you come into it. You know, let me say that.
No be one no so for no tunofo. Obi wa mbeku penyin memoku penyin no tunofo. Nto no be de
So you see, I keep telling them that. I keep telling everybody who wants to enter into gospel music or music that treat yourself as a brand. Go and learn marketing. all those marketing elements and brand positioning, the product, the place, the promotion, the segmentations, what you have to give people at a point in time. Learn all of that because you're treating yourself as a brand.
As a brand.
Because like our business via, you treat the business as a brand and try to market the business. So treat yourself as a brand. So me as a brand, and what is my target matter? Gospel. What do my target people want to know or want to see? Where would they be? You know, that is why when you get a program like a carnival program, you don't go and do worship there. Because the people there are ready to jump. So so if you treat yourself as a brand and you understand branding and you learn more about the brand and what your people, your target market want, you not go around and you. So you see, it's very important. Over 12 years ago, 2009, Joe met Oko YouTube classes. At that time, YouTube was coming fresh. Like it had come.
Oko YouTube classes.
Yeah. Some class go at conference center. See Joe comes in. Maybe one day per month could be, but it was like a 3 days.
MP school in there.
It was like a 3 days program. They were there. Joe was learning some years back when he wanted to deploy himself on iTunes. He started learning more about iTunes. Even he had a manager, he wanted to have knowledge about it. You understand? So it's not bad to gain knowledge. It's not bad to learn, and there's nothing wrong to say I don't know. I want to learn. Or now I learn easy. Read more. Go and read more.
You just go on Google and there's a lot.
You get it. But unfortunately, this is how the progression is. For lack of a better example, again, I'll use John Winner. I'll not use you.
Don't use me as an example. Don't use anybody else. Don't use me.
So John Winner sings in the ICGC Holy Hill Temple. Then he keeps singing that he's blessing life Sunday to Sunday. Then the pastor will say, "Namisha, your songs will go generations." Then you see that sorry for new money, so body John Winner say, "Any may album, any no or one day na ICGC be you around a friend." Now another church doing a done for be program not a friend. So at that time, John Winner say, "Oh, any I have to start launching my gospel career." Unfortunately, that's how they start.
Okay.
Then they go, then by the time you see,
then
he says he's an up-and-coming gospel artist.
Okay.
You understand? Forgetting that they need to learn the other rudiments of the job. Forgetting that they need, because right now as we talk, I went for a program, I think in February or so, they are rewarded 50 up-and-coming gospel artists. I was at the program, I was like, hey, I didn't know like 30 of them. Like, they're Bakechi.
Wow.
But all of these people have songs, and they say they're up-and-coming gospel artists.
There is one thing Reverend Abraham Lamte always says, that when it comes to worship, under the gospel tree, when it comes to worship.
I know his views on that anyway.
You know what?
His views on that.
You don't pay for worship because it's your worship, you are giving God's food, you are giving an unbeliever the opportunity to eat God's food or say, serve God's food or say, be them. What is your take? I wanted to respond, but you let me go. I read it a nice way. Please don't go around it. Respond.
No. Then I will also say that when we go to church and we worship, when we are done with all the worship, you shouldn't take offering. You see, I have a problem with most men of God that want to only take one side of the equation and don't look at the other side of the equation. We say you're commercializing worship. What do you mean by commercializing worship? Nobody's commercializing worship. Nobody has said that if you don't come to that program, you can't worship God. You can worship God at your home. However, you are coming to that program because you believe that artist can lead you to the throne room. Okay. That's why you're coming to the program.
Okay.
If you don't believe in that, stay home and worship. And you believe that your worship will go. But you believe that probably that artist, and you see, I keep saying, I'll come again. Those monies that they charge for events, or for them appearing, it's just money to meet operational cost. It's not anything to, this Julia program attack at your 30 CD. Just imagine 30 CD. That many people will come for you to, after putting about 60 people from Accra to Takade. How can you meet that? You can meet that cost of ticket sales. But it's used to meet some little expenditure in meeting those costs. That is why after worship in Reverend Alapte's church, Reverend Alapte has a session for offering.
Akoha to collection there.
That's a macron outside.
Nta to collection there. After worship, I took collection.
Oh, he has a slot for offering. He doesn't have a slot for offering. Does he not have a slot for offering?
Oh, so I saw for what happened.
I'm the guest, not the host. Sorry.
As an artist manager, what is the least that you will call for a show you went to do in a church?
Me?
Yes.
Or for my artist?
For your artist. In a church. What is the least?
This would be like 12 years ago, 11 years ago.
How much were you paid?
For the artist and the team.
For the artist and the team.
Oh, no, but you see, there are very, very unfriendly instances that, I have to stay up on people to like 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. Those are very unfriendly instances. But what I've negotiated for, maybe like 11, 12 years ago, maybe like 200 cedis or 300 cedis. That's like 11, 12 years.
And see, them 11, 12 years ago now, 200 cedis, no? How much Nankodo would you? 200.
Oh, no, that one day I negotiated 200.
200. No, but CCR.
Yeah, like CCR. In the last few years.
The last few years, I bet you 15,000, 20,000. What is the least?
It depends on the artist. No, it depends on the artist. Just like how circular side you have A list, B list, C list.
Why are you dodging my question? I say I will, and I say and manage circular.
That's what I'm saying. That it depends on the.
The question artist. I'm asking you, I when you make me answer no.
So you want the answer?
The question I'm asking you, and you make me answer. Incidentally, I dodge the question.
You want the answer you have in your head, and you are not hearing that answer, and you are not satisfied.
I will show him that the man son na me pe. Na say that na him look around.
So what answer do you want? Tell me the answer. Let me tell you.
I will show na any what is kobo in which you on 500 cedis no.
Oh,
kobo wa chapel.
Oh, Basache.
But how long is it?
I think 3-4 years.
3-4 years. But 3-4 years no. Not a hand.
No, but that money we didn't charge. I mean, we expected that. Because of the relationship we had with the pastor. Most of the times that also works. Because of the relationship we have with the pastor, he will do something honorable. So you give me
this honor one.
So next time you say our pastor no offer, then you also,
After that, did you go to that church again?
After that, we're not going to that church.
But offer will be a bokwa.
Offer will be like I'm saying. I'll have a friendly conversation with him that okay, I'm bringing 10 men or 11 men, plus my artist 12 people, and maybe I need to give every instrumentalist this amount. I'll sit down. I'll make a tabulation with him.
And then be charging.
Yeah, I'll make a tabulation with him. Then I'll charge him. If it's fine, I will come. If it's not fine, we need to look for Maybe there's an artist who will take 500 cedis, so maybe that artist can do it. It
is robbing those that the artist is supposed to lead to God's throne.
How about robbing them? I'm not robbing
them. Artists no performer.
I said it earlier on. What I said earlier on is that you believe that my artist will lead you to that throne. In the other words, if you believe that he can lead you to that throne, then meet our immediate experience. The same way you believe that guest pastor can prophesy to your members or can heal your members. So when he's coming, you give him something honorable. You not give him something dishonorable because you and him are on the same level. I'm not sure there's a guest pastor who come alone. You give him 500 cedis. No, I'm sure.
But are there churches in this country our free gospel artists now what is actually due them?
Yeah, there are churches that you don't even negotiate. They give you something very, very honorable. Very, very, very honorable. Very, very.
Not 10,000, 15,000, 20,000.
Yes.
Are they big churches?
Yeah, some are big churches. Some are, maybe 200 to 300 membership. Some are over 3,000, 4,000. Some do big events at Independence Square and all of that. Yeah.
It is a Kobo, a new gospel artist Kobo show. They have about 3,000 members. Now, when we go to in fact, why one nice. Let's say if after that, Kobo show will be members no way
100 or 200.
Won't do 200, and be 56. Would you expect the same payment?
No. So the elements are different. It's not about the number of people in the church.
Okay.
It's about what you have to give out.
Okay.
First, number of minutes. Second, we call something rider. So when I'm going to give you my rider, I need this, I need that. There's a number of minutes I need to sing. Like, I need all these elements. So if it's even the same day, one has an advantage over the other. Because if it's the same day, I might look at the growing church and say, okay, maybe I'll take some amount here to sort, because I can pay the people, like say, okay, I'm hiring for the same day. So I can put it together and pay my people and are following me. But if it's not even the same day, it will be difficult to do that dynamics with them. But like I'm saying, it depends on what you want, the elements of what you want, and what we will present to you. That's what go into what I'll charge you.
What you will charge. Unfortunately, my time is so.
You thank God.
Then we thank God then. Before we go, before you decide that you want to manage this gospel artist, what do you look out for?
I look at the next 10 years where the artist will be. First of all, I mean that the basic things are you look whether the person has the godly
I have just
factor.
1 minute.
So the person has the godly factor and all of that. Then after that, I'll look at next 10 years where I want to see myself with the person. Then probably I do it. I just don't manage any gospel artist.
He just doesn't manage any gospel artist. Until I'm the next gospel artist he's going to manage. I am a godly person. The next 10 years, I'll be a big brand. You know, Sister Abba, down our firm. When you're ready for me, don't laugh. Me don't laugh. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
You're the only person who can move before. Okay, it's okay.